This is Manthing. He is the protector of the Nexus of All Realities. He is also one of the new characters introduced in the MCU. You just might not have seen the new movie yet, but more on that later. In this video, you will know the origins of Manthing, his awesome and unique powers, and much more. And we will find out why they say whatever knows fears burns at the Manthing's touch. I'll also include good comics to read to know more about Manthing's origin and his adventures. Manthing, the enigmatic guardian of the Nexus of All Realities, is a mysterious creature, towering, hulking mass of plant-like tissue with two red glowing eyes that pierce through the darkness of the swamp. In case you're wondering what the Nexus Realities is, it is a cross-dimensional gateway which provides a pathway to any and all possible realities. Dwelling in the heart of the Everglades, Manthing is a monstrous being composed of plant matter driven by empathy and a powerful connection to the natural world. Marvel Studio has recently released a short 53 minutes film last year, 2022, titled Werewolf by Night, which debuted both Jock Russell, the werewolf, and Manthing. You should check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Manthing is a fictional character from the Marvel Comics, first appearing in Savage Tales issue number 1 in May 1971. The character was created by writers Stan Lee, Roy Thomas, Jerry Conway, and artist Gray Morrow. Manthing's origin story is rooted in the tale of Dr. Theodore Ted Sallis, a brilliant biochemist working to recreate the super soldier serum, the formula responsible for Captain America's powers. Dr. Sallis worked in a hidden laboratory in the Everglades alongside his lover, Ellen Brand. Sallis did not know that Ellen was a double agent working for the terrorist organization Advanced Idea Mechanics, or AIM. When AIM attempted to steal Sallis' research, he destroyed the lab and fled into the swamp with his notes and a sample of the serum. Chased by AIM agents, Sallis injected himself with the untested serum in a desperate bid to protect his work. As he crashed his car into the swamp, the combination of the serum, chemicals in the swamp, and mystical forces transformed him into the monstrous creature known as Manthing. Devoid of Ted Sallis' memories and intellect, Manthing became a mute and slow-moving creature, acting as the guardian of the Nexus of All Realities, a focal point where all dimensions converge. Manthing is empathic, reacting to the emotion of those around him. When someone feels fear, Manthing secretes a corrosive acid-like substance that can burn them, leading to the phrase, "Whatever knows fear burns at the Manthing's touch." Manthing, also known as the Mock Monster, possesses various powers and abilities, some of which are derived from the magical and mystical energies of the swamp in which it dwells. Here are the primary powers and abilities of Manthing. Superhuman strength. The Manthing possesses significant strength, allowing it to lift and carry heavy objects and overpower most human opponents. Superhuman durability. Manthing's body is composed of plant matter, which grants it considerable resistance to physical harm, including bullets, puncture wounds, and blunt force trauma. Manthing is also immune to most poisons, diseases, and infections. Regeneration. Manthing has the ability to regenerate its body quickly, healing from injuries at a remarkable rate. If severely injured, it can reconstitute its body from nearby plant matter, making it nearly impossible to destroy permanently. Empathy. Manthing has a strong empathic connection to the emotions of nearby living beings. This empathy allows it to sense emotions, particularly fear, and react accordingly. Fear-induced burning. When in proximity to a being that experiences fear, Manthing secretes a potent acid-like substance that can cause severe burns upon contact. This leads to the phrase, "Whatever knows fear burns at the Manthing's touch." Manthing's burning touch is one of its primary defensive mechanisms. Plant manipulation. Manthing has a limited ability to manipulate and control nearby plants, using it to ensnare or immobilize its enemies. Teleportation. Manthing can traverse the Nexus of All Realities, which allows it to teleport between dimensions and even different points within the same dimension. However, this power is rarely used and often occurs more as a side effect of Manthing's connection to the Nexus. Nexus Guardian. As a guardian of the Nexus of All Realities, Manthing has a strong connection to mythical and interdimensional energies, which can enhance its powers and grant it additional abilities depending on the situation. While Manthing is a formidable due to its power and abilities, it is important to note that it lacks intelligence and is driven primarily by instinct and emotion. As a result, its action can be unpredictable and difficult for others to understand or control. So who are Manthing's ally? Manthing, as a guardian of the Nexus of All Realities, has crossed paths with numerous Marvel characters and has formed alliance with several of them. Some of Manthing's notable allies include Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck was introduced in Manthing Volume No. 1 in 1974. However, the Duck became a recurring character in Manthing's story and shared several adventures with the swamp creature. Jennifer Kale, a sorceress first appearing in Fear issue No. 11. Jennifer Kale has a strong connection to Manthing and the mystical energies of the swamp. She has assisted Manthing in various adventures and has acted as his ally on numerous occasions. Doctor Strange. The Sorcerer Supreme of Earth, Doctor Strange has encountered Manthing several times due to their shared connection to the mystic arts. They have worked together on multiple occasions, such as in Doctor Strange issue No. 41. The Defenders. Manthing has been a member of different incarnations of the Defenders, a team of Marvel's more unusual and mystical heroes. Its association with the team began in the Defenders Volume 1, issue No. 98. Ghost Rider. Both Johnny Blaze and Danny Cash version of Ghost Rider has crossed paths with Manthing, often teaming up to confront supernatural threats, as seen in Ghost Rider Manthing Fear itself. The Thunderbolts. Manthing has joined the Thunderbolts as a team of reformed supervillains turned heroes during the Dark Reign storyline. Its association with the team began in Thunderbolts Volume No. 1, issue No. 144. So who are Manthing's enemy? Manthing, as a guardian of the Nexus of All Realities and a creature driven by empathy, doesn't have a traditional rogues gallery like many other superheroes. However, it has faced various adversaries throughout its history, often confronting those who threaten the balance of nature or the safety of the swamp. Some of Manthing's notable enemies include AIM, Advanced Idea Mechanics, the organization responsible for Ted Sally's transformation into Manthing. AIM first appeared in Strange Tales issue No. 146 and has crossed paths with Manthing on several occasions, usually seeking to exploit the Nexus of All Realities. Ellen Brand, Ted Sally's former lover who has betrayed him and played a role in his transformation into Manthing. She first appeared in Savage Tales issue No. 1. Schist, a ruthless businessman who sought to exploit the resources of the swamp, including the Nexus of All Realities. He first appeared in Manthing Volume No. 1, issue No. 1. Thog, the Nether Spawn, a demon from the other dimensional realm of Sominus. Thog has clashed with Manthing multiple times due to his attempts to conquer the Earth and control the Nexus of All Realities. Fool Killer, a vigilante with an extreme sense of justice, Fool Killer has targeted Manthing, viewing it as an abomination that must be destroyed. Despair, a demon who feeds on fear and despair. Despair has attempted to manipulate and exploit Manthing's empathic nature. So here are a few key Marvel comics to read for Manthing's origin story and further adventures. First is Savage Tales issue No. 1. This is Manthing's first appearance and origin story. Astonishing Tales issue No. 12 and 13. These are the early adventures of Manthing. Manthing Volume 1 issue No. 1 to 22. The first ongoing series featuring stories by writer Steve Gerber, which explored Manthing's role as the guardian of the Nexus of All Realities and introduced characters such as Howard the Duck. Manthing Volume No. 2, issue No. 1 to 11. A second ongoing series featuring further adventures of the swamp creature. Manthing Volume No. 3, issue No. 1 to 8. A third ongoing series which devolved into the darker aspects of Manthing's nature. In the vast and ever-evolving landscape of the Marvel Universe, Manthing remains a haunting and enigmatic figure, forever bound to the mythical and untamed realm of the Everglades. As the guardian of the Nexus of All Realities, it serves as a sentinel against supernatural threats and a beacon for heroes and adventurers seeking otherworldly encounters. Though its origins are rooted in tragedy, Manthing has transcended its former life as Dr. Ted Sallis to become a force of nature, driven by empathy and an unwavering connection to the world around it. In a universe filled with extraordinary beings and cosmic wonders, the Manthing's enduring presence reminds us that the line between science and magic is often blurred, and that the most captivating stories can be found in the darkest corners of our imagination. And as the old saying goes, whatever knows fear burns at the Manthing's touch.